Hi everybody, my name is Jessica and this is my channel Plant Hooker. Now today, I still haven't gotten a new computer yet, so we're still working around things. So I hope you don't mind how everything is done today. But today, I brought out my, my Calathea Medallion. That's a pretty leaf. These ones are pretty. This is a pretty leaf. That one not so much. This is another very, very finicky Calathea. This one, it's almost as bad as my beauty star. My peacock and rattlesnake put him to shame. Now, full disclaimer, this is my second Calathea Medallion. The first one I had about a year and a half ago, and that was before I knew about their sensitivity to lime in the water and not being able to handle hard water or the softener systems. So that's when of course it died. And then I purchased this one just, I'm trying to remember when now. It was, I think, January of this year. I purchased him, and I've been doing the water filtration system with him. Now, he was bigger because, as I had said, I'm still learning the filtration system. And if you've seen some of my other videos beforehand, where as long as I change the Brita filter every 2 months instead of the 3 that it says on some of the packaging, then I won't get like leaves like this and these crispy edges. I see this one was starting to, and this one here, like it's all misshapen. It had started coming in, and right when I switched to the filtration system, so it kind of came in wonky because it came in like crappy, and then it's like, oh, we're getting good water now we're gonna try and come in good, because this one here aborted itself, and then I started getting a new leaf right here. So it is very finicky, but the leaves are definitely gorgeous on these guys. Like it's really hard not to want to have a Calathea Medallion. That's why I got a second one. But these guys are native to Brazil. They're also called Goipercha Medallion, or Geopercha, or Goipercha Medallion. I'm sorry if I'm butchering that name. I still haven't been able to find out how to properly pronounce it. It's Goeppertia. Goipercha. Or Goipercha. Goeppercha. So, but many of us are still sticking to the Calathea name. But now, I water him about every 9 to 18 days. And it all depends on the temperature of your house, the type of heating that you're using, the temperature outside, and the season that you're currently in. Like right now, since we're still in fall, I'll probably be closer to the 18 days. And then once winter comes and my wood stove starts going more, I'll probably go closer to the 9 days. Now this Calathea really does hate the wood stove with a passion. He is currently in a west-facing window. That seems to be the best lighting for this guy. Didn't like north, wasn't a fan of east. South seemed to be too much for him, so he's currently in a west-facing window. And one way to know when to water too is, of course, you stick your finger in. Like, he's still pretty damp. I think it was pretty damp. I think it was about 7 days ago, at least a week since I last watered him, and so he's still good. Yeah. But moisture meter level 5. I know most Calatheas prefer a 4, but I find this guy to be a really thirsty Calathea. Like, he's not like the rattlesnake, peacock, or beauty star. He likes a little more moisture. So moisture meter level 5 seems to be his best. And when it comes to fertilizer, I'll fertilize them every 3 weeks. And I personally use the all-purpose Schultz, but any all-purpose would do. The fertilizer that's strictly for green plants would be good for him too. Yeah. Is a very high humidity plant. He is worse than the rattlesnake and the peacock. So at this time of year, I'm misting him about once a week, and he's doing fine. But once the wood stove starts going, and it'll be bumped up to every 2 days to keep him happy. Yeah. You do need to regularly clean this guy for him to get the optimal photosynthesis in. So I know some people do every month, but because I'm misting him, I can push it back to 3 months to where I'll need to clean him like really good, especially when I'm spraying him with my insecticidal soap, so just so then you get that oil off, so then he can absorb better. And again, like part sun, part shade is their best. Sun, I think that's why he prefers the west-facing window. And the best temperatures for him are between 18 and 25 degrees Celsius. So if you're in a hardiness zone 10, I think A or more, he can go outside year round. But here on Cape Breton, I'm in a 5A, 5B. He can only go outside between July and August for him to be happy. Now, I know, because some of you are wondering about this leaf here. Normally, I'll leave leaves on until there's absolutely no green left, because there's still a little bit of green left, so the plant is absorbing the nutrients back into the roots to expend it to other parts of the leaf. And once that green is gone, then I'll cut him off. Otherwise, I just leave it until the plant is ready to completely reject it. Same thing with like this part here. Like, I didn't cut this off yet because I'm kind of waiting for him to get rid of this first. Yeah. Is sensitive to drafts. So if you have a drafty window, between like spring, summer, fall, it's not too bad. But come winter time, like during the day he's fine, but at night I do take him out of the window and I'll put him like somewheres where he's away from drafts and away from like a really dry heat source. So I'll kind of keep him, like, he'll be in like a little dark corner where it's not cold, but it's not hot. It's like lukewarm air. And then once the sun comes up in the morning, he goes back in there, because he does not like breezes at all. Now, when it comes to pest, I have had 0 issues with this guy other than soil mites. I had a bit of an issue with them, and so far so good. They seem to be all gone. Like, I was doing the matchstick method and the peroxide method, where it's just a capful of peroxide in a liter of water, and then you water him. And then I did that for about 2 weeks, or well, not necessarily 2 weeks. It was 2 waterings, and then they were all gone, because I don't see any at all right now. Yes, Gwen, I see you. Hello. So that seemed to work. But they can be played with mealybugs, thrips, and spider mites. I have not had any issues with those bugs in particular with this guy. Yes, on other plants, but not necessarily him. Now, the best soils for these guys are the tropical plant soil, the peat moss, and coco coir. I would stick more towards like the tropical and the cocoa coir than the peat moss, because again, they decimate these swamps to try and get all the peat moss, and it's not sustainable like cocoa coir is. But I currently have him, it's a mixture of all-purpose, perlite, and orchid bark. And he seems to do fine with it. He's not too bad. He does good. But now he's about 8 inches tall, 8 inches wide. And he was bigger than this. Like he was about double the size until I finally like got everything right and perfect for him and some of my other picky Calatheas. And so I'm hoping to get that size back, because he was double this size. And if my computer was working right, I could like post a picture of what he looked like when I first got him. But I think, yeah, because that picture is on my Instagram, so you can go have a peek. And then you'll have like a rough idea of just how big Calatheas can get. Yeah. Now, some of the common problems with these guys is, of course, a rotting base. That's a sign of overwatering. If you get black spots, that's a mold called black soot mold, and it's a type of fungal disease that's caused by insects. And as far as I know, just cleaning the leaves with some rubbing alcohol can help get rid of it, or you can just cut off that leaf to be 100% sure you're getting rid of it. Brown spots and crispy edging, like that. That is a sign of a lack of humidity. So, but sometimes you won't get the crispy edges, you'll get just brown spots in the middle, and that is still a sign of lack of humidity. Some people mistake it with a pest issue, but it's a humidity issue. Pests will be like white spots that are moving around. And then you're like, so how do I kill these? Yellowing leaves, too, can be a sign of overwatering. Now, and because even though this guy is yellowing, I know it's not from overwatering. It's because of me not changing my filter quick enough, and he's just rejecting this leaf while he's trying to readjust to the water that's currently in the pot. But no, I do not recommend the Calathea Medallion for a first-time plant owner. No, not at all. Nope. Nope. They are still a very gorgeous plant, but they are a headache. A big headache. Now the pot that it's in is just a regular plastic pot. You can buy these off of Amazon. It's a 6-inch. He was in a 5-inch ceramic when I first got him, but his roots were coming out the bottom, so I moved him to this. And everything was fine until I figured out, oh, I can't go 3 months with my filter. I have to, so. But no, I still love this guy. Like, the leaves are absolutely gorgeous, and when they get a little bit darker during the wintertime, I find that the magenta in the back, that purpley color, will pop up more. Okay, Gwen, stop that. And and the leaf, that green gets a little, Gwen, stop. That green gets a little darker, and this like yellow will pop even more. Okay, stop it, Gwen. So if you like the video, give me a thumbs up. If you don't like the video, you can give me a thumbs down. Everybody has a right to their opinion. If you really like the video, subscribe. And you can follow me on Instagram at plant_hooker1, or you can follow me on TikTok at plant_hooker. And as always, live long, plant on.